Hey guys, it's Rapunzel here. Hey buddy. Say hello to my kitty Mickey. Say hi Mickey. Hi. Today I'm going to be doing a video about a gluten-free / celiac diet. Is kind of like a little introduction. Done and how it's been working for me. First off, what is celiac? Celiac, a disease where if you consume gluten in your intestines, it's really painful. Nutrition intake, very difficult to stay healthy if you have celiac and you're eating regular food, and it's very detrimental to your health. Gluten is basically wheat, barley, oats. Is mainly found in like flour products. Just really anything with flour. It has gluten in it. Seasonings, like there might be seasonings in things that you think are gluten-free, but they're not. People have celiac, which is these severe, like your gluten tongs touch my food. Can't eat that. You get crumbs in my food, can't eat that. So mine is severe. There is also just like a gluten intolerance, I guess, where it just bothers you, like you feel better. Some people will get headaches, or they'll just feel crummy when they have gluten, so they'll go gluten-free. Others do it just for I guess health reasons, just kind of, you know how people are vegetarian, it's just kind of a choice. But for me, I have this severe gluten allergy, so I have to be gluten-free, otherwise I don't feel well. For me, I was diagnosed with celiac a year and a half ago, right before Christmas, and I had stage 3 damage on my intestines because I didn't know I had it for about 10 years. I had to go on a gluten and lactose-free diet just because my intestines were so damaged they couldn't handle lactose either. So I basically had to wait for my intestines to heal up before I could have any type of lactose again. So that took about 2 months of being on the gluten and lactose-free diet together. And it was kind of difficult the first couple months being lactose and gluten-free, as severely as I was allergic to it. So some people. Now on to foods that you can eat. First off, when you're making your food, is super important. If you have celiac, with celiac it's extremely important, because if you screw this up, you will get sick. I promise you, it's happened to me. When I make my food, sometimes I'll screw up and then I'll get sick. So you have separate utensils, separate cookingware, separate toaster is huge. If you put your gluten-free bread in a toaster that makes regular bread, that will get in your food, and then you'll eat it and you'll get sick. So you have to have like separate everything. I have my own separate cooking ware, measuring cups, strainer, bowls, you know, all that kind of thing. Just because of that, I also have my own separate toaster. That's extremely important. If you're baking something, even if it's a clean pan or something, you would want to put tin foil down on it, just because you never know, like, if someone else has used that pan and it's not like your own pan for your gluten-free diet. You gotta put tin foil down on it, otherwise it might get stuff in your food that you don't want in your food. So it's pretty dangerous when you're cooking like pizza or something, and you're cooking a regular pizza. You want to put your pizza on the top rack so that crumbs don't fall into your food as it's baking. It gets pretty, it's a pretty strict diet. It's very difficult to handle, but once you get used to it, it gets easier and you just kind of get used to it. If you have just like a gluten intolerance, or you do it by choice, this isn't as important, but that's kind of how you deal with baking. Now for foods, breakfast, it's hard to find cereals that are gluten-free. The main gluten-free cereals that I know of are Rice Krispies, Chex, the Rice Chex, not the other Chex, Rice Chex, and any type of corn puffs mainly. Of course you want to always check the labels, check the back, read the ingredients list, make sure there's no barley or wheat or anything like that in it. My personal favorite to eat are these Trix. They're really good, they taste good, and they are gluten-free. And it's pretty much the only gluten-free cereal I eat. I'm not a big cereal eater in the first place, but I will eat these because, they have some sort of flavor to them. Most gluten-free cereals don't, like Rice Krispies and Rice Chex. They're just pretty bland. So I really like these. These are my favorite. I only eat these if I'm baking something, or I'm making pancakes or something like that. I have this gluten-free flour. It's made out of like rice and just other types of gluten-free grains that you can put in your food that you can eat. Basically a mix of all those different types of flours. And there's a hole in the bag. For like lunches and stuff, you can find gluten-free pasta. This is mac and cheese that I have. If you're lactose free, you can't have this. I'm sorry, but you have to find a lactose free milk or something to make some cheese, and that's very difficult to find lactose free cheese. But if you're just gluten free, this is really good. It tastes just like normal mac and cheese. Doesn't taste any different. Gluten-free spaghetti or any type of pasta, and it tastes just the same as regular pasta. It's just made differently, and you don't get sick from it. So I make pasta all the time because it's really easy to find. It's good, and it's you can always make pasta or something. You can find gluten-free bread. Udis, UDIS, is a really good brand for gluten-free breads, and they make a lot of really good other products. Like they have bagels, and like cookies and muffins and stuff like that. Those are really good. Granola bars, they're a little difficult to find any good ones. These ones are not good. Enjoy Life is a brand that makes a lot of good gluten-free products, as well as lactose-free, soy-free, egg-free. They make a lot of allergen-free products. So if you don't have a gluten allergy, this brand, you can almost guarantee that you can find something you can eat because they make their products allergen-free. So pretty much anyone can have these, even if you're not gluten-free. Or they have lactose-free chocolate. Guys, lactose-free chocolate. If you're lactose-free, find this brand. The chocolate's amazing. When I was on my lactose-free diet, I was dying for chocolate, and my friend found me free and lactose-free chocolate, and I pretty much died. They make chocolate chips, chocolate bars, just like, whew, it's beautiful. So go find your chocolate. Thing I like to have are these little rice packs. Rice is always 100% gluten-free unless it has some sort of seasoning on it. If anything really has seasoning on it that's supposed to be gluten-free, you gotta always check it because you never know. The fillers they put in things, like you even have to check your hot dogs, your meats, like all that stuff, because you never know what they put in their food to make it fuller or to make it better or whatever. So rice is always good. Like you can put butter and salt on it, or you can mix it with like cheese or something, or add some beans in there, make yourself a bean thing. But rice is always good, and these are good because they're quick and easy. It's just a minute and a half in the microwave, and voila, you have yummy food at your fingertips. I'm a huge rice lover. I love my rice. Eat rice like this. Okay. Gluten-free cake mixes that are specially made for having gluten-free things. You can get gluten-free cookie mixes, brownie mixes. You can find those in stores. My last tip for you is, a lot of people don't know this, but for soups and things, modified food starch, if it does not say cornstarch, it just says food starch, do not eat it, because that means it's got wheat in it or something in it that you can't have. If it does not specify cornstarch, don't have it, because you'll get sick, I promise you. That is one tip I learned from a friend of mine who showed me the Enjoy Life brand and brought me the chocolate. My last tip, and some of the few products I use on my gluten-free diet, and some tips I have, it definitely has been making me feel a lot better. I've been able to gain weight. Before being on the gluten-free diet, I've portioned out more, and I look healthier, I feel healthier, I feel more happy. Feeling sick all the time makes you depressed. It's really good for me, and I hope that this video helped you find some tips and some products that you can use if you're new to the whole celiac thing, like I was a year and a half ago. It can be very challenging, and you gotta take a lot of classes, and you gotta be really careful. Good luck out there with your eating, and I hope you feel better, and I love you all. Bye. So